Merch alert.
That's right, you heard her. We have merch now. If you're looking for a mug, a hoodie, a shirt, a blanket, we're your people. Be sure to check out our exclusive I Was a Bravo Fan Before Scandal tees. They will be perfect to wear while watching the VPR reunion.
Check out the link in the description of the podcast or our Instagram bio.
Hello, mate.
We've been working late because we're a singer.
What a song, guys. What a song. Have you listened to Espresso, guys, by Sabrina Carpenter?
Everyone has been listening to Espresso and everyone has been making reels to it. And everyone has been remixing it. Brands have been remixing it. And it's just one of those things that I wish that maybe Dua Lipa sing instead, because she just released a whole album and no one has made a peep about it.
Oh,
and I'm real upset about this.
Yeah.
For Dua Lipa to release a flop in 2024 after having a number one song, Dance the Night Away, and Barbie in 2023.
You know what it is, though? She's doing too much. That's what it is. She's acting. She's promoting the movie. She's making that commercial, because the last commercial she made, that one that's on TV now, I hate it. I'm like, wow. This is not good.
She's experimenting too much.
Yeah, stop. And she grew out her hair. Get the bob again. Take a few weeks off and go back to the basics.
Because whatever is going on right now, that shit is not working, baby. Because I am the biggest, like, I went to her concert, so that's why I can say it. And I'm just like, when no one is talking about it, that's a problem. Even if people are saying that it's trash or it's good, if it divides the internet, at least people are talking about it. When I say that she released it and I haven't heard a peep.
The way I would have snatched that bitch off of platforms and took that fucking song and remixed it, I'm free
to do what I want any old time.
That would be my single, and that would be like, JK, guys, my new album coming out, what is it, September 27th.
Please, we are your PR, because you were on fire last year, and just years before, every song Dua released was a hit. And I knew that something was wrong, because when she did training season, the leading single or whatever the fuck it is, it did not stay on the charts long, on at least high on the charts long. No one was talking about the video. I'm just like, what is going on?
I'm mighty afraid if Sabrina Carpenter keeps it up.
And that's what I'm saying.
Because Sabrina is a force. I already knew she was a force, but now, and those ad libs, those Tony Braxton ad libs in the background, I peeped that shit. I know what she's doing. I know what she's doing, and she's on to something.
And she knows what she's doing, because she's a singer.
Because she's a singer, and that's what the shit is about. How is your week going, guys? Guys, we have merch.
We have merch. Like, we finally we have it.
We have it, guys. What I want to ask you, what is your favorite item from our merch?
Let us know either in the comments of the YouTube section, in our DMs, in our Spotify response. Email us, bravowhileblack@gmail.com. Let us know what your favorite piece of merch is, baby. And let us know if you bought something. If you bought something, thank you. We love you. We appreciate it.
Much happiness, much appreciation for it. And yeah, guys, and show us your merch too. We'll post it on the stories.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to get my merch.
I'll even do a real post for y'all. I'll post y'all on the page. I'll post y'all on the page.
show up and show out for us. And if you can't buy anything right now, save it for later. That's what I be doing. I just be saving stuff all day long. Then when I get my money, my payday, let's go. Right on into the cart, right on into the checkout. So check out our merch. Let us know what you love. I think that my favorite is a blanket because I'm a blanket girl. Like if you come over to my house, I have like 4 blankets at the edge of the sofa. Aaron knows. And my AC is always on like 70 or 69 because it's hot as hell. It says too old for TikTok, too young for soap operas, just right for Bravo. Or if you are not a Bravo, listener, you listen for our pop culture, or you just don't feel like, just having something for Bravo, we have just our logo out. Yeah. So that is something that you can do to support us. We really appreciate you. We appreciate our team for helping us push that out. They did their
They did the damn thing, honestly. Y'all check out those Team Daddy hats too, because those are probably my favorite. And then the Bravo Liberty mugs. Love those. Because you can sip your tea, have you some crumpets on the side.
Tea and crumpets?
And crumpets.
Well, what's all this then? I absolutely agree. Y'all get y'all mugs, y'all hats, y'all shirts, y'all blankets. We even have a journal. Or if you just want to support and you don't know what to buy, we have a magnet if you just don't know what to get.
We got phone cases too. I just want to say that. To put on your phones.
Exactly. We have everything. So there's no excuse for not having something. And I actually heard in New World Order, they're going to ask if you have any Bravo or Black merch. So I don't know. That's what I heard.
I heard that.
In order to get into Publix, in order to get into the grocery store, in order to get, into the beauty supply store, in order to get anywhere, you're going to have to show it's going to be the new ID.
Thing. The new ID. If you want to go home from Atlanta, if you're in Atlanta and you're doing the TSA checkpoint, they're going to be like, where's your Bravo We're Black merch?
Yeah. We're not joking either.
And if you say, I don't have any, they're going to be like, well, guess what, babe?
You're not leaving.
You're not going anywhere. Get your ass out of the line.
What are you holding up the fucking line for?
Okay, guys.
Okay, speaking of Black excellence, like not only do I want to give a Black excellence award to ourselves for rolling out that merch.
Yes. Amen. Because listen, guys, we went through it. We wanted to make sure y'all had it, like in our team too. I want to give them the credit as well. Like they did what they had to do to make sure that you guys had this. So as soon as we realized it was all together and ready to drop, we're like, let's execute the plan. And here we are, guys.
Here we are. But our other, my other Black excellence is going to go to someone that you just mentioned, Toni Braxton. I probably gave it to her before, but there was a video of her because she's currently having a Vegas residency. She had one with Cedric the Entertainer, which was like a night of laughter and love. So he told jokes and she sung, and they did like a combo thing where it was just grown and sexy. But then she's having her own Vegas residency because she is Toni Braxton. And my God, she is 56 years old and she looks better than any 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 25-year-old that I know. The body is bodying. Okay, the legs she's short, but the legs look long. Yeah. Like her wardrobe is amazing. She's in high heels. Her hair is laid. Her face card does not decline. Her mic is on. She is a living legend. And she is a lupus warrior. Shout out to anyone here who knows someone who has lupus, who has any autoimmune diseases or anything. You know how hard it is on your body to even be able to do that. So shout out to Toni living legend Braxton. And then another person that I wanted to recognize is obviously Donald Glover, because he dropped an album and it had features on it, like different kinds of features on it. And he also got greenlit for Mr. and Mrs. Smith part 2 on Amazon. So that is some great Black excellence. And I know that his whole thing is that he thinks that Black women hate him, or he thinks that Black women think that he hates them. I don't know. He interviewed himself and he asked some weird questions to himself. And I'm just like, just do your damn work and like shut up. But I love his writing. Obviously, I loved Atlanta. I love Swarm. I love what he brings to the table. And he's also a great musician. It's crazy watching him grow. And yeah, that's us, my Black excellence, us, Toni Braxton and Donald Glover. We are in great company.
Yeah. And I want to give a special one to Carrie Bradshaw too, because she let Mr. Big go finally. Now, is she going to get back with him? Probably so. But
you have to start from the beginning. Tell the people that you are on.
I'm on my Sex and the City journey. And I'm so excited. I'm very happy with the cast. I see a piece of me in all of them, honestly. Charlotte, Miranda, Carrie, and Samantha. Like all of them. Even Big.
You see yourself in Big?
I do. A piece. When he's like, I don't really give a fuck about that shit. I'm a man.
Oh, God. I always forget at the end of the day, you're just a man.
He's like, I'm just a man with a cigarette and a dream. And it's the same thing with Carrie Bradshaw. She's like, I'm just a woman with a cigarette and a column, and I'm on the side of a fucking bus. What else can I do?
That's exactly how I felt when I was working at the Dip. Shout out to the Dip. I had the chaotic column, and I would just write. And
Did you have cigarettes?
Work. No, because I have asthma, but
imaginary ones.
A candy one. Remember back in the day at the corner store, you could literally buy. I had the candied cigarette. Yeah.
It gets hot. It gets hotter than a real cigarette, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's serious. It's nothing to play with. They told me that I was going to get candy cancer if I didn't stop. I was chain smoking them.
Back to back.
So I would like to know, and you guys, obviously, when I heard this, well, I don't actually make this public, but I do love Sex and the City. One of my good friends who is also a creator, you guys know her. Her name is Samantha. Sam at the Dip, aka at Bravo Historian. She has a podcast where she goes through every single episode of Sex and the City with her friend Chris, and they talk about it, and it's hilarious. But we used to talk about Sex and the City and Just Like That, which is the reboot. You guys know that Aaron is hilarious. You guys know that Sex and the City was one of the shows that I was going to rewatch for my solo episodes, but you guys ended up voting on Insecure, which I am rewatching and recapping on Bravo on Black. But I will be having Aaron on to speak about Sex and the City because his thoughts are hilarious in everything. But just to hear that you're watching this show that so many people love so much, I need to speak to you in depth about it. And I might break it down, like per season and just have you on the show. I want to ask you, would you come on Bravo on Black to speak with
me? I would. I'm not going to come on as Aaron though. That's the only thing.
No, that's fair.
So if you guys hear a familiar voice, just know it's not me.
Yeah, it's not Aaron here. No. But so okay, what I wanted to know was rank them from most likable for you in your opinion to least likable.
Samantha is number one. Carrie is number two. Miranda is number three, and then Charlotte is number four.
Why do you hate Charlotte?
I don't though. That's the thing. Even though she's like last on the list, I don't. I relate to her less. I think that's what it is. Like, I enjoy her character. I enjoy the fact that she's naive a lot of the times, and she doesn't have as much experience as the other women do, which kind of evens them out in a sense, because you have Samantha who's really into sex, and she's like the mother of the group. Then you have Carrie. She's like second in line because I think she takes notes from Samantha and she's learning. And then you have
Miranda.
Miranda, who's like somewhere in the middle. And then you
she's
have,
like, my career is first.
yeah, her career is first. And she's like, right after she gets out of a breakup, they're like, hey, you're going to be fucking CEO of the company. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish it was like that. Like,
and then we have Charlotte.
Yeah, and then you have Charlotte, who's like, I need to get married this year. And I'm like, it's so fast. Like, all her scenes are just so fast. Her relationships just go by so fast.
Wow. And then what do you think do you think at the end of the day, Carrie and Big are in game? Or do you think that have you gotten to have y'all met Aiden yet? Are you on that yet?
Yes, I met Aiden. And she's actually cheating on Aiden as we speak with Big.
What do you think about that? If we had to boil it down to Aiden or Big?
Big. I'm going to go with Big. Although I like that Aiden is a man that can clearly like fucking renovate her home and polish her floors, and he's like the furniture guy. And I think he's so much more convenient. Like he has all his stuff together. But the whole thing when he was like, "Oh, I need you to stop smoking cigarettes." That was the first thing. I'm like, this bitch isn't gonna stop smoking cigarettes. She's been doing it since episode 1. And sure enough, like literally the next episode, she's in bed with Big and she's fucking smoking cigarettes again. So here we go. It's like her and Big, it's like Carrie isn't a good person either. And that's why
she's a terrible fucking person.
She's a terrible person. And it's like I'm learning that. And I think maybe that's why I like her. Because her and Big deserve each other. It's like in those terrible parts that we see in her.
Yep.
I see them in myself. I'm like, damn, am I a shitty person too?
Listen, Sex in the City is nothing but a mirror. It doesn't
Do
matter
I put my wants above my needs?
It doesn't matter if you black, white, brown, Puerto Rican, or Asian, aka like the Cheetah Girl song. You see yourself in these bitches.
Especially Samantha, when she dated the black guy for that episode, and she's like, and your okra wasn't all that great. Same.
It was the most racist but satisfying thing that I had watched in history. And no, but it was like refreshing.
Yeah.
It was like she just said what she fucking thought out loud. And then even his relatives was like, who's this white bitch in our black neighborhood? Like, what the fuck is going on? And she was just like,
what's She's just so straight up. She's like, your spunk is nasty, rotten, fishy, funky. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. She's 100% that bitch.
She really is. And I relate to her the most, I'd say. Because I'm like, damn. I don't have
so real.
I don't have that much.
What makes me really introspective is, I'm working late because I'm a writer, is when Carrie sits down and she writes her blurbs. And she's just like, I couldn't help but wonder. And it's like, sometimes you can't help but wonder.
I can't help but wonder, am I a shitty person? And then it's like, it just goes off.
Am I a shitty person creating a shitty situation, or am I in a shitty situation that made me a shitty person? And then you just hear the honk of New York taxi drivers in the background, and the screen goes black.
Fucking way.
The hustle and bustle of New York City.
I'm glad you said it. And that's what keeps me going. That's what has been keeping me going for these past, like, I would say since last week, because I started last week. But that season 2 finale too, when Big gets in the car with his fiance and she dips, like, she's like, you know what? Why didn't you choose me? She asked him a genuine question. Why not me? And he's like, because you're so complicated, and she's don't even finish it. Like, that bitch is simple. She's easy.
That's what they want.
Niggas like easy things. Oh, men like easy things.
It's okay. Like, this is life. We are talking about real shit.
They like
That's
easy
what I
shit.
love about Sex and the City. It's like you're going to learn about yourself, and you're going to look in the mirror and be like, maybe I am not deserving of love. But then at the same time, it's like, this is what men think. Maybe I am, and this is what men think.
Just like that. And I also love how many times they say just like that.
Which is like, why they named the reboot.
And just
like that.
Samantha was giving another blowjob. Just like that.
Right. Okay. So what is your plan after this? Are you gonna go?
Okay.
This is what my journey was. I did the series a few years when I could not relate. And then I did it again when I could relate. Then I watched the movies finally. Yes. And then they came out with And Just Like That.
That's the order.
Is that the order? That's I can't wait for you to finish the show.
I want to go in order, like
chronological, like
question.
Everything.
Why is one season? I want to say it's season 5. Why is season 5 like 8 episodes?
Because they didn't know what they was going to do with the show. And Samantha don't like them bitches, like in real life.
So then they came back with the season 6, and they're like, okay.
You'll see.
Because I've seen that Samantha's in the movies, and I'm like, okay. I can breathe a little bit longer.
They got her back for the movies. They wanted to make a third one. She was like, fuck no. But
I'm like, 1 and 2 is good. Why does she hate them so much, though?
They just didn't mix on set. And then also in real life, when Kim Cattrall's brother passed away, Sarah Jessica Parker wished her condolences publicly. And she's like, this bitch made it all about her. And she's like, I don't even fucking fuck with her like that. I don't need your condolences.
Wow. And you would never know because they're the best of fucking friends on the show.
But that's how it be in real life sometimes too. When there's a group, you can believe there's a group within the group. Because one of them or multiple of them.
I just never thought. If anything, I thought it was Charlotte.
Because you think that she's uppity, like her character is. You think that she's her character.
Face that she makes.
You think that she's her character, and she's not. She's actually very, very nice.
And Miranda's a lesbian.
Yeah.
A lesbian. Yeah. That's why when she was like, "Oh, I'm not into girls," I'm like,
did Samantha go through her lesbian phase yet?
What? Samantha?
Did I say Samantha? Oops. So, Sex and the City, you guys, like real talk. What? I am going, just it'll make your head spin. We are going to talk more Sex and the City, but it's going to be on Bravo I'm Black. I'm going to have a special guest on to talk about the show. I won't tell you who. And just look out for it because I really want to know more and go more in depth. I might even try to set up a few, like make it a series so you guys can get updated. And
I heard the guest is named Samantha Cattrall, guys.
Oh my God! Don't leak that. God, can't keep shit a secret around you. So yeah, that is the Black Excellence.
And just like that, everybody knew who the guest was.
Oh God.
Guys, would you actually prefer that we just narrate Bravo We're Black instead of actually recording it? And just like that, Aaron and Kaya switched from Black Excellence to Vanderpump Villa.
Vanderpump Villa, let's get into it. It actually was we're on the tail end of the season. Mm-hmm. Lisa Vanderpump is thinking about who to keep for the next season and who to let go. I did not enjoy like the last episode so much, but this episode I enjoy like a lot more.
Did you?
As usual, people are pissing me off. Marciano. People are making me excited. Emily. Lisa Vanderpump is doing her damn thing. The way that she took a shot with the last. Well, okay. what we had were some cheerleaders from the 90s. Like, these are the creme de la creme of cheerleaders. They came in, they had like a little reunion. It was just a fun time. And it was kind of like a short stay. And what was really getting down to it was like the drama between the people that worked there. You know, Telly wasn't feeling good, and it's just
yeah. In my opinion, I definitely respect that you like this episode. I hated it.
Tell me what you hated about
episode. Everything. It's just that I'm tired. I think that's what it is. And you know, I got word that Ben from Watch What Crafton said that it just makes him not want to watch reality TV. And I wouldn't say it makes me feel quite like it. I wouldn't say it makes me feel exactly like that, but I will say I can kind of see where he means. Like, I can kind of see what he's saying, because it's like you don't care. You don't care. It's like Telly, she's not feeling too good, and you're like, so what? Go home. Because you don't like Telly anymore. Emily is like the only one that's kind of like that I'm neutral.
Yeah, she's tolerable.
I don't really have anything against her. I don't necessarily love her, but I don't necessarily hate her either.
That's fair.
Everybody else is like,
it kind of is what it is.
That's how I feel. And even in this episode, what happened other than Telly getting sick and Emily wanting to bartend and Emily throwing Telly under the bus?
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel bad because of how Telly did Gabriella. So that's why I was like,
I didn't feel bad at all. And even then, they're like, Hannah, she's a good person. She's just, and I'm like, why is everybody looking? That's what I don't get too. It's like one episode they all hate Hannah. The next episode they're like, she's not that bad, and I'm like,
what did we miss? Happened? Because I didn't see her redeem herself.
What transpired between yesterday and today where you're just like in her ass now? And then Telly's like, one thing that I'm not going to do is let a 24-year-old girl get yelled at by two men. And I'm just like,
well, no, I agree, because they are literally always yelling at women. But what I don't like is I just don't like Telly.
Correct.
So it was just like,
and stop making it seem like you're not a bully too. Like, you were just bullying people just a few episodes ago. And now her and Hannah seem like they're not really fucking with each other.
No one's really fucking with each other.
So I'm like, what is going on?
What I don't understand also is all of the back and forth with Eric. It's like, I get it's slim pickings, but girls,
it's not that great.
You're gonna be back in America.
Find a wall and make out with it. If it's that big of a deal.
He's no big.
He's no big. Big is actually charming in his own way, but we'll get to that. Well, you and your guests will get to that. But these guys here, it's like, it's very slim pickings. Honestly, I would not pick none of them. They all get on my nerves.
Right. That's why I would, if I had to do something, I would hook up with the guests.
I would just be a lesbian.
I don't know. Some fine guests this season.
Yeah, it is. But then it's like, as soon as you do it, then Lisa's like, no. And then she's like, what did they say on your review? And then if it's good,
baby, like, my reviews are going to be good.
Oh, okay, so baby.
I'm not worried about it.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess we'll boil it down to, because it's not that much to talk about, really.
Do you think that this show deserves a season 2?
Yeah, because it's back. Like, it's good to watch in between your serious shows. I also really like the promo box that they sent us.
You know what I think should happen? Sheena and somebody else. Who else? Rachel should be sentenced to Vanderpump Villa.
I want them serving. I want those bitches making beds.
To serve and make beds. That's what should happen. And then everybody else, because I think they just need a new cast. That's what I wanted to say too. I don't want to see the same cast. Like if they do a season 2, I want a completely different cast.
That was my question. It was like if she keeps someone,
don't keep anybody. Send them all back to America and go and choose different guests, because I think everybody's from the States, right?
Yeah, everyone's from the States except the fine ass chef.
Yeah, he can stay.
Wait, you literally just said,
because the chefs are good. Like the chefs can stay because they're okay.
Okay, back of house is good. Yeah. Front of house,
they gotta go.
Okay, what about event planner?
He can go.
Damn. I actually would like to plan events.
I liked him, but he was just so stressed the hell out.
Like, well, no, he was talking about how it was finally like his time to shine. When it was finally it's time to really like be in charge, he freaked the fuck out. I'm talking about me. I think that I could be the new event planner.
Yes.
Like, do that shit at do that shit at the AC Marriott.
Lisa Vanderpump, if you hear this, I want to narrate. I don't necessarily want to work on the floor or anything like that, but I want to be like, and just like that, Kaya threw a drink in that bitch's face.
And you'll see me in my room on my bunk bed. I wonder, did he deserve that drink in his face? Couldn't help but wonder. Was I overreacting or did I underreact?
It's just show the credits.
End credits. Instead of like the hustle and bustle of New York City, you just hear like city girls playing.
Or just horses running.
Why? Why?
Because they have horses.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
With some motherfucking clunkers.
God. Well, okay, next week is the finale and then we have a reunion. So I think that you're feeling that fatigue of these are the last few episodes. So like, let's get this shit over with.
They're running out. I can tell they're running out. Because it's like, the drama it doesn't even feel genuine at this point. Lisa's like, and then
put on a show. Carry on. Spit sport.
You guys don't understand. We have 2 episodes. Make something. Make something.
Hannah, call her a bitch, won't you? That's why I'm keeping you around.
Ellie, get out of bed and go down.
Ellie, I know you don't want to be here. I don't even want to be here, but we have 2 episodes left.
Get somebody to give Telly some Dimetap and have her get up. All right, guys.
Enough is enough. Like, we're going to do this all night just to do the English accents. We need to move on to something that we have not spoken about in weeks because nothing happening for weeks. But now stuff is happening. And that is Jersey Shore. Obviously, Sam's back. Angelina was upset that Sam is back. They're finally going on their first vacation with not just everybody and their spouses, with the exception of Pauly D, because Nikki is not on the season, but I heard that Nikki's going to be on the next season, and I love Nikki. But Angelina and Sammy are still not seeing eye to eye. Like, they are still arguing with each other, going back and forth about, basically, Sam was on a TikTok with the girl who accused Angelina of flirting with her husband, who is a football player, while she is engaged to this dude. By the way, you guys, like, the new guy, I think they call him Vinny 2.0. Yeah, Vinny is back. Vinny 2.0 is back. The one who is spending all the money, spending hours at the gym, leaving and coming back when he wants to. He's back and he's on this vacation with them. And it's like, what the hell is going on? Him and Mike, the situation almost got into it because Mike, the problem causer that he is, decided to, tell Angelina and Sam what each other were basically saying about each other. And, they got into it and he wants to mediate and make them basically have a confrontation on camera. And they talk, but they don't solve it. So Mike decides to take it upon himself to go into the room and tell Vinny 2.0 if he knew what Angelina was saying about him when the cameras were rolling while he wasn't there, he would not even be there. And he felt that Vinny had a smug face and they were literally about to physically fight. But
I can see that too.
Mike is a changed person. He's been to jail. He don't want to go back. So they kind of hugged it out instead, but I still feel like there was a amount of tenseness, especially after like, what do you mean I wouldn't be here if I knew? So there's a lot going on. And in the meantime, we find out that Pauly D suffered a medical emergency that we didn't get to see on the show. They waited a few weeks before they told us about it. He had a hemorrhoid and it bled out to the point where he passed out and he had to go to the hospital. And they just didn't tell us, but they show the video.
And who is this?
Pauly D.
God bless him.
Like they showed him because he was doing a confessional, and like all of a sudden he's just like, I don't feel good, and like he stands up. He's like, I feel dizzy, and then he's like, can I have some water? And the producer's like, are you okay? And then all you hear is like ambulance sirens, and they play like a montage of like all that going on. And like he talks about it in the new confessional. And it was definitely jarring because obviously it's nothing to play around about, but it's a hemorrhoid, first of all. And you let it bleed so much that you fell out. And not only that, he had to get a blood transfusion. And he found out that he was B negative. That's how serious it was.
Whoa. He almost lost his life.
From a hemorrhoid. And just like that, Pauly D almost... but he's alive.
Get out
He's
of here
alive.
now.
Okay, anyways, so he talks about it and it's jarring because we also don't see Pauly D go down. Like things happen to everyone on the cast, but Pauly D is always the comic relief. Like he almost gives us nothing, but he is the person. Let me finish. He almost gives us nothing, but he's the person that we understand to be, he's the DJ. He's like DJ Sky from Baddies.
Just about to say DJ Baddies. Sky from Baddies.
Like he only has been in one altercation, that's the tea. If y'all want to DM me about this, that's what I believe because they never said it. But that's why I believe that Nikki was not on this season, was because when her and Angelina had that fight and Pauly D broke down that door, so Nikki could get back at Angelina because why the fuck is he throwing wine and water? That's really what took Nikki off the show, but I think she's coming back. He doesn't really get into mess. He's not a starter of drama. All he does is prank people. He pranks people and he's there for people. He's very supportive. He's a good man, Savannah. So it was just like, I'm like, if anything happens, I don't want it to happen to Pauly D. I don't want nothing to happen to none of them. I love all of them. They raised me, of course, but please, like, not Pauly D.
It's not too much.
Yeah, exactly. And then, Ronnie arrives. He actually shakes Sam's new boyfriend's hand. And they thought that was going to be like super awkward, but it ended up, not being that awkward. Like they just said hi and like that was just that. Most of the awkwardness is Angelina and her man and Sam. So they have agreed to not a truce because Sammy has made that clear that it's not a truce, but they've agreed to just be in the same space together. But the thing is, Angelina, she talks and she's rah, 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 like with her mouth. But Sam is not the one.
Or the two.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's Jersey Shore, guys.
That's Jersey Shore. Oh, and also, like, if you guys haven't, I know that no one, maybe I'll talk about that Bravo on Black. No one really watches but me, but Catfish is back on, and they've been doing double episodes, and I really love that. And also, another show that's coming back is Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship, and I really love that show. So if anyone's watching that, let me know so I can start covering that shit on Bravo on Black, because that shit is crazy. And just like that, I found my audience.
And I wonder.
I couldn't help but wonder.
Are people watching? Oh my God. Guys, guess what? XMEN, the finale, is going to be out literally today.
I'm so jealous of you guys in the future. Not only that, you guys are salty in the future. You have the new episodes of Catfish. You have the Vanderpump Rules Part 1 finale. You have our merch drop. You also have the X-Men finale, which I'm so happy, but I'm extremely sad about because, one, what the fuck else am I going to watch? Because that's all I have.
I literally wanted them to, because I seen some posts about it. And that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think you would be interested in maybe seeing a Spider-Man 98? Because Spider-Man also ended off on like a weird, it never finished.
I would only be interested if Bo DeMaio was the one doing it. Yes. If he's not doing it, I don't give a fuck about it.
I agree. I mean, it was pretty good with the people that they had, I will say.
I respect it because like, X-Men was too, but I'm talking about like as far as reboots.
No, I agree. I would like to see him doing it. I don't know if he necessarily has anything to do with Spider-Man. That's the only thing. So it's like, I know he has that love for the X-Men and he's very familiar with them, which is why it works. So I will be interested in seeing how he would maneuver Spider-Man, or if he even has that passion for it. Yeah.
Spider-Man's in the X-Men on the show. He pops his head in multiple times, like in the old one, and then now in the new one, he popped his head in. So I feel like he's not familiar. Baby, I wasn't really all that into X-Men before this show came out. Like, I watched it, but I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Right. Really, the only one that I really fucked with like that was Mystique in general, but Deadpool. Like, those are the movies that I really actually sat down and understood what was going on. And then in the span of literally this 9-week run that we have here, I have watched the entire X-Men series, X-Men Origins, Wolverine and the X-Men, and all of the live action movies.
You did.
So he can sit his ass down. Bo, sit your ass. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. X1, X2, X3, Wolverine Origins, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men, I don't know, like
Apocalypse, and the one after that was just like
the New Mutants, Dark Phoenix. So if I can sit here, now I feel like I could write a show. So if I can do that, he can just watch all the Spider-Mans, watch all the live action Spider-Mans, sit your ass down and write that show.
I just want Mary Jane to be if they decide to do it, just as messy as she was in the show, like the first few seasons, where she jumps off of a building and then he saves her and she's like, I knew you were going to save me.
That's you. That's 100%
That is me. And I will do it in a heartbeat. Because are you going to save me or let me fucking die? I don't care what you have. Need my laptop like right before jumping off.
And just like that, Spider-Man was upside down, slinging webs and taking names.
I knew you'd come through. I knew you would. Guys, X-Men. Why X-Men? So good.
I mute myself.
So good, guys. What have you guys been thinking about it? To me, it's been pretty good. Right now, we're seeing the team Storm is back. That's first and foremost. She looks good. I'm so excited to see her back. She runs up to, Jubilee runs up to her and she's like, Storm, And I'm kind of confused too because I could have sworn that they were still at that boy's mama's purse party, but apparently they're out in the streets now.
They broke out, and then all the Sentinels turned against them, and that's when
I was like,
hello,
they're gonna keep turning against you. They don't like your ass. Like, obviously they're gonna keep doing it. And Storm comes and she just destroys the Sentinels like it's nothing. And now she's back. But with her being back, Charles is back. Magneto is also back. And Magneto's like, listen, I don't know how y'all are gonna run shit while everybody's, cozying up to Charles, and they're like, Charles, you're alive. Magneto flies in and he's like, look, I don't know what y'all doing or how y'all gonna do it, but I'm killing everybody in like 5 minutes, and I'm dead ass serious. So he's like, you are either gonna get with it or get left behind. You got 5 minutes to decide. Rogue gets her ass up and she's like, I'm heading over to that side because guess what? It is what it is at this point. I'm tired. I've had enough. That's all I can do.
And Storm is like, hold on. And then Rogue is just like, you were gone, girl.
You were gone, girl. You wasn't even here. So, and she did not tell one lie. I love Storm.
I was going to be like, not too much, but when she said, you was gone, she didn't even say, girl. This is how I knew she was dead serious. She said, you was gone, gal. And I'm like, you got it. You got it.
Like, and that was in the most Southern, most respectful way that she could put it. You was not even here fucking with us like that. And you grew out your hair this long. So it's been some time. You had time to get that shit done. But when Gambit died, you wasn't there. Damn it. So she went over to the other side, and Jubilee's boyfriend, what's his name?
Sunspot, Roberto.
I always forget him because I just don't care about him. But he also goes over there, and I care about his mom more than him. And
I know you're very invested
in that purse party.
Mom in the purse party.
I am very.
She was selling them selfies.
And I'm like, damn, that bitch has a business, like for real, because that shit was on swole. They were out there. Did you see Lil Meech in the background? Like they were out there. In
the 90s, it was like the original Meech. Mm-hmm. That's where they went at the end of the show.
They were out there. But yeah, so Magneto has his own team now, and it consists of Rogue and Sunspot. So everybody else, they devise a plan. They're like, okay, guys, we got to split up. So Jean's doing her own thing. She's handling herself, but she gets caught up in her own drama, and they're about to kill her ass, quite frankly. Wolverine also thinks it's a bright idea in Charles Xavier. They're like, you know what? We're going to pay Magneto a visit and see if he will side with us, and we can just stop all this shit anyway. But I'm like, Charles, you're literally running out of time. You don't have time for this.
He even said it. He was like, we got 1 hour until the world ends.
And he's like literally going in the bathtub, using the sponge, pulling out the native cucumber mint soap, washing his body. Then he puts on some clothes and he's like, all right, y'all, let's go. Like, get your ass over there now and stop painting your fucking toenails. Enough. It just pissed me off so bad. So when he goes there, Magneto's like, I really don't even know why you showed up because I'm still going to do what I want to do. And Charles tried to stop him, but Magneto is stronger right now.
Strongest. Like half of them went to Bastion, and then the other half went to Magneto.
Yes. And Wolverine thought it was a bright idea. He was like, and that's one thing that I do respect about Wolverine, but as you can see, it got him fucked up. And it just was no good because he stabbed him thinking that
was going to be the end.
That was going to be the end of him. And Magneto was like, bitch, I really got a trick for you. And what did he say? Well, have you ever dealt with any wars, bub?
I've seen a lot of wars, bub. That's why. I mean, I started liking Wolverine more, like, especially in Wolverine and the X-Men. That's the version of Wolverine I like the most. But
you kind of
X-Men 97,
why he is the way he is. Like,
I understand that. But here, I'm just like, you're so misguided and grumpy and like dumb because now this man has snatched all the metal out your bones.
That's the shit that got him fucked up. And it's crazy because when I seen him do that, I was like, I would do the same thing. And that's why I'm Wolverine. That's why I'm Wolverine in the universe. I'm always going to be Wolverine because that was catchy as fuck too. A lot of wars.
But you got fucked up immediately after, and that's why I'm like...
And literally while it was happening, he's like, fuck.
Like, what? And I'm like, is Wolverine dead? People are like, no, he just has the adamantium snatched out of his body. And I'm just like, but then what kills him?
Well, if they do it kind of like with what I'm familiar with, I don't think anything kills him. Like, I think that he should be okay. Maybe he might not have the metal claws, but he might have...
He's gonna have the bone.
The bones.
He had that in Days of Future Past.
And he could still fuck some bitches up with that shit.
And did.
So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I necessarily want to see the bones. So hurry up and get him that shit back. Because that just bothered me. It made me itch. I didn't necessarily like it.
I was in shock. Like, I never saw no shit like that.
Exactly. Rogue also got her ass through to the ground a little bit. So we'll see how it goes, guys. We'll see if Wolverine's alive. We'll see what Magneto does at the end. We'll see if Jean's still alive because
Cable's about to kill her. He's like, my mother was a world-class telepath.
And he's like, and you're a whore.
Wait, what?
So we'll see how that turns out.
What is that? Let's go rewatch. But yeah, he was not fucking with her at all. She had to let Scott know, like, okay, so if I kill your son, you see what he's doing to me, right? That's why she had to show him.
That's exactly what
I want you to see what the fuck he's doing.
Scott.
Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Show him exploding into a million pieces. I tried.
Like, it's either me or your son, and guess what? Wolverine has been waiting for me.
I honestly think that she's gonna die. But here's the thing: I think that she's gonna rise back up,
as the Phoenix,
Audra Day as the Phoenix,
and that's what I want to see then.
Because I see her in the credits, and that's why
that's
I think,
like when Nicki Minaj powers down,
she
rises back up. That's what I want to see. And I know that it's going to end on some crazy ass cliffhanger too. That's really going to piss me off because I'm like, I don't know when is the next episode? When, where, how?
They're like, we'll let you know. We'll call you back later. I hate them for that. But just to know that we're getting another season, that's what's really important to me. I also, like I said, I want to see Spider-Man get brought back. It's really showing me that we need some of these shows that we used to look at. We need them brought back.
For us, because we're the new adults.
Because we're the new adults. I could even do another season of She-Hulk, even though y'all talk so much shit about it.
I like She-Hulk. You know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Oh, that scene of her and Meg Thee Stallion was not even like her. I'm like, it was exactly like her.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about? She's like kind of a female Deadpool almost.
What are you guys even doing with your lives?
Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you just hate women. Just say that. Just say that. I respect you way more. Just be like, I just hate women and I don't want to see it. That's why that's how they be in the Marvel comics. They're like, I just don't want to see a woman-led show.
You know what the fuck we didn't address? Clay.
No, exactly. I was going to transition real. Speaking of people who hate women.
Speaking of people who hate women. I literally thought of Clay immediately.
Clay from Love is Blind season 6, the one that y'all wanted AD to give a chance to because he said that he was going to therapy, because when men go to therapy or say they're going to therapy, y'all forgive them all too well and all too quick, and y'all wanted her to take him back and y'all wanted them to be together and be a black love couple. He is with the motherfucking spider. What's her name? Selena Powell. Selena
When you said
Powell.
spider, I was like,
the Black Widow. That's what they call her. The Black Widow. Not
didn't she
Johansson, the Black Widow, but Selena Powell.
Didn't she
the Black Widow.
Waka Flocka?
Oh, you mean she fucked Waka Flocka? She fucked Snoop Dogg. She fucked Offset. Drake, she allegedly sent nudes to, and he allegedly blocked her. She
oh my God.
He lied about being pregnant with Offset's baby.
Nah, that is embarrassing.
She lied about that.
When you see your news and somebody blocks you, call the police.
Yep. She also fucked Bryce Hall. And this is all alleged. None of that. I never even said that. But you can Google it. Not only are they together, like it wasn't one picture, they're making TikToks. They're heating up Hot Pockets.
That's what you wanted.
Watching The Circle, and y'all kept saying, "Oh, he went to therapy. He really loves her. He really is trying to work on himself. She should give him a chance." Oh, I heard the AD had a sugar daddy. Oh, I heard the AD did this. I was one of the bitches that said AD should have known at the aisle he was going to say no, and I'll own up to that because she should have known, because no man is going to keep telling me that he thinks he's going to cheat, and I'm going to go and think I'm going to fucking marry him. No, you don't got to tell me more than once. But what I did not say was that she should get back with him after that reunion. What do you think about it?
I didn't want to see that at all because I'm just like, it's ran its course. I just wanted her to move on because I just didn't see anything going good for it. But I'm like, if they are together, you know, whatever. They look good together visually. Like I can see her attraction to him. So
she is not his type, period. His type is Selena.
My viewpoint was like, if she's happy, I'm happy for her. That's just how I felt. But
I'm not that kind of person.
Information, I'm just like, girl, and this is why this shit didn't happen. And you literally, and to me, it's really messy, but I do have to take into consideration that a lot of time has also passed since they did that, right?
Yeah.
Since they filmed that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
this is not just
Drewski is with Ruby Rose. So it's like, I can't really, you know.
No, I don't see how it relates. Like,
you don't see how that relates?
Because Ruby Rose, to me, she doesn't have like a notoriety of exposing people and trying to break up marriages. She had that one little thing with DDG. He said that he hated the bitch, and like that was pretty much it. What I know Ruby Rose from is being Cardi's ex, and everyone wants to be with Ruby Rose, but she doesn't like. Selena has made a full. If you're with a bitch who has laid down with academics, you need to reevaluate. Academics bought her a Range Rover.
Say less. Say less.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Because he a bitch.
Allegedly.
Well, that's. I don't know. I think I can. That's something we see every day.
Every day. Okay, so but Ruby Rose and Drewski, do you believe that this is a real relationship, or do you believe that it is a fake one? I think that it's real because boys can ha-ha you up out of your jeans. Like, he's funny, he get money. If you spend a lot of time around a person,
and Drewski, in my opinion, isn't a bad looking guy. So it's like I could see why, like, she would do that.
But people are just shocked because she's one of the baddest in the business. Like J. Cole,
and they're like, oh my God, he bagged her. He bagged her. Yes, like he has money.
I don't lie. I'm one of the people who were shocked.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was just shocked at that. I wasn't shocked that they were together, but I was just shocked that, like, I'm like, Ruby Rose?
No, I was shocked that they were together. Like, I was like, okay, this is clearly for a skit, or this is, like one of those PR relationships.
But it was like now kiss, and they're
like dead ass.
For real. Like they were kissed.
Not only that, like she has her like pooch showing. She got her, like she's really like comfortable. And she's like, I can be comfortable with him because it's Drewski. And that's why I understand why it works. And that's the couple that I'm like, okay, I'm glad that they're happy.
He's a good guy. I want to see good with them. I also heard that allegedly Holly and DDG broke up too, but because I heard that on Snapchat. Because you know how they do those things on Snapchat, and they're like, allegedly, and they get me every time because I'm like, that shit. And then I click on it and I watch all fucking 7 minutes of it. But yeah, so they got matching tattoos, so I don't even think that's the case. Like, they just don't follow each other on Instagram, but they'll be okay. I remember I unfollowed my ex at least like 30 times on Instagram.
I blocked my ex while we were in the bed together. Like, what are we talking about?
Absolutely. And it
like, don't look at my page.
That's how Why are we the same person? Because when I get mad at you, I'm like, I don't want you to have access to my stories. Because number one, I'm going to talk shit about you. And number two, I don't want you questioning me about my memes.
And then I'm going to my other page and I'm going to look at yours.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
And then if I see something, I'll be like, don't worry about how I know. The point is, I know about it. And you thought that shit was phony? I'm going to actually
also report it too.
You thought that shit was phony?
I got
you thought that shit was funny? Okay, bad. Stand on that.
Bitch, I'll rip your skeleton out like fucking Magneto.
Stand on that. Magneto's
I saw one of yours, Bob.
Me before getting obliviated. That's why I could never work. It could never work in the XMEN. Cause I'll be there like the first mission. Because I got my claws and you're gonna tell me, and I can take bullets and they just fall out of me. Mm-hmm. Like the way I'm running up full force.
You think that you're indestructible because in a sense
just
you
like
are?
That, Aaron lost his limbs and a sense of who he was.
That was beautiful. You should be a writer.
XMEN, my XMEN.
Okay, fine. We play too much. We love y'all. Please get the merch. That's the last thing.
Yes.
Get the merch. Nothing else but merch.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Please, please. The link will literally be in the bio. If you go to our stories, the link will literally be there. If you go anywhere, the link will be there. If you go to irs.gov, the link will be there. Like everywhere. It will be everywhere. So check the merch out. And yeah, love you guys.
We love y'all. Bye.
A HurrdatMedia production.